In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Ave Maria, gratia plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tu in mulieribus et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Jesus. Santa Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus nunc and ora mortis nostrae. Amen. In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday and happy feast or solemnity of the Immaculate Conception. Quick video after my 2 hour long last video. This one I'm going to keep quick. And by the way, that like uploaded overnight. That was supposed to upload last night, but it was so long it took forever. So it says that it uploaded this morning. So anyway, what is the feast day of the Immaculate Conception? What is the Immaculate Conception? Well, the Immaculate Conception is a dogma of the Catholic Church. That means it's an infallible teaching. That means it can't be changed. It's a dogma that Mary, the Mother of God, was conceived at birth without original sin, free from all sin. She was specially chosen by the Lord from the beginning of eternity and set apart and conceived without sin. So that is the Immaculate Conception. Not to be confused with the conception of Jesus. We're referring to her conception, the conception of the Mother of God in the womb of her mother, Anne. So I'm just going to go over the history a little bit. So it's on obviously December 8th. The solemn dogma defined by Blessed Pope Pius IX in 1854 as Our Lady Immaculately Conceived is the patroness of the United States of America. It is a holy day of obligation in the United States. I just came back from morning mass. It was pretty packed in there. Luckily, nobody took my seat, so I was happy about that. I'm turning into an old lady. Like, I have my certain seat in mass. Like, don't mess with it. That's all I have to say. Through the centuries, the church has become ever more aware that Mary, full of grace through God, was redeemed from the moment of her conception. And that is what the dogma is based upon. In one of my last videos, I don't remember which one, but I'll probably put them in here too. I put a bunch of pictures up. I visited a couple weeks ago, right after Thanksgiving. I visited the shrine of the National Shrine of the Immaculate Conception, because Our Lady is the patroness, Our Lady, under her title of the Immaculate Conception, is the patroness of America. Our national shrine in DC is under the title of the Immaculate Conception. And if you have never been there, totally worth the trip. I would maybe wait until after COVID is over because they were pretty strict. Like, they wouldn't let you hang out in there, so there's no sitting hours, but you can walk through it. I did have my confession heard, and it's absolutely gorgeous to just go in there and look around. So, where did the dogma of the Immaculate Conception start? Well, I mean, obviously it started from the beginning of time, but when it really became like popularized amongst the church was actually, most people probably don't know this, but the miraculous medal. The miraculous medal was not originally called the miraculous medal. It was called the medal of the Immaculate Conception. And that's why the prayer on here, and this is a prayer that I recite every day because I'm consecrated to Mary. Mary, conceived without sin, pray for us who have recourse to you, or pray for us who have recourse to thee is the older term. And that prayer is actually on the fronts. And that is, sorry, this is beat up. This was my son's, has to go back on his chain. It fell off. But it's basically Mary standing on, I think she's standing on the serpent. She's on the serpent or the earth, but she has like rays of light coming out of her fingertips, which signifies the graces that she is the mediatrix of, that she gives to her children because she was conceived without sin. On the back, if you can see it, is that there's stars. Let's see if I can get the actual. The front side, so she's standing upon a globe, crushing the head of a serpent beneath her foot. She stands upon the globe. As the queen of heaven and earth, her feet crush the serpent to proclaim Satan and all his followers are helpless before her. And this was the year of 1830. So there's 1830 on there. And that is when she gave the design of the miraculous medal to St. Catherine of Labouré. The reference to Mary conceived without sin supports the dogma of the Immaculate Conception of Mary, which was put into effect 24 years later by Pope Pius IX. So the backside, 12 stars, which can refer to the apostles who represent the entire church as it surrounds Mary. They also recall the vision of St. John, written in the book of Revelation, Revelation 12:1, in which a great sign appeared in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and on her head a crown of 12 stars. The cross, okay, I don't know if you can see it, can symbolize Christ and our redemption, with the bar under the cross as a sign of the earth. The M obviously stands for Mary. In the interleaving of her initial and the cross shows Mary's close involvement with Jesus and our world. In this, we see Mary's part in our salvation and her role as mother of the church. The two hearts represent the love of Jesus and Mary for us. And Mary spoke to Catherine to have the medal struck upon this model. Those who wear it will receive great graces, especially if they wear it around the neck. I have mine on with all my other ones. Catherine explained the entire series of apparitions to her confessor and worked through him to carry out Mary's instructions. She did not reveal that she received the medal until soon before her death, 46 years later. And the first apparition was July 18th and 19th, 1830. A child, perhaps her guardian angel, awakens Sister Catherine Labouré. She was a novice in the community of the Daughters of Charity in Paris and summoned her to the chapel. She met with the Virgin Mary and spoke with her for several hours. During the conversation, Mary said to her, "My child, I'm going to give you a mission." The second apparition, Mary gave her this mission, and it was a vision during evening meditation on November 27th, 1830, and that's when she saw the vision of the miraculous medal. So the third apparition, oh, sorry. The first apparition, yeah, so there's like a series of apparitions that just depicted the various parts of the medal. So yes, that is the deal. That's kind of where it became the idea of the Immaculate Conception became popularized. It was from heaven itself. And then, like I said, Pope Pius IX went and made it a dogma of the church. So, or dogma of the faith, I'm sorry. So the readings today were obviously the Annunciation when the angel Gabriel comes and says, "Hail Mary, full of grace." Um, and Mary was immaculate because she had to be the mother of God. She herself has received the original grace of purity in the final state of the blessed life that we also, by collaborating with divine grace, hope to one day receive. She is full of grace. She is not only Christ's disciple, who with the help of grace has overcome the chains of sin, but she is the noble resting place of the Holy Trinity. The Immaculate, full of grace, will always be the mother and queen for that elect part of the church that we hope to one day join, that will one day joyfully sing before the Almighty. And I find it fascinating that she is her title, what we use as the patroness of the United States, her title of the Immaculate Conception. Because quite frankly, we are probably the most sinful nation on earth, especially sexual sins. Like for real. So it's just very ironic to me that she's our patroness, but it's because we need that. You know, we need the purity of Mary to penetrate our society because we're in a lot of trouble and things are not going well for us and will continue to not go well for us. So that's all. Keep it under 10 minutes. But moral of the story, go to Mass if you haven't. and pray to Mary under her title of Our Lady of the Immaculate Conception. So, Our Lady of the Immaculate Conception, pray for us. Saint Joseph, pray for us. Virgin Most Powerful, pray for us. Saint Joan of Arc, pray for us. Saint Michael, pray for us. Have a great day, everyone.